There is a moment in almost every life where nothing feels wrong, but nothing feels right either. You wake up, you move through the day, you do what is expected of you, and yet somewhere underneath it all, there is a quiet sense of distance, as if you are present, but not fully inside your own life. This feeling does not arrive suddenly. It grows slowly, over time, through small compromises you barely notice. Moments where you ignored what felt true because it was easier not to listen. Moments where you chose certainty over honesty, safety over curiosity. At first, it feels practical, responsible, mature, but later, it feels like something has gone missing. Most people call this feeling being lost. But being lost is not the problem. Being disconnected is. When you were younger, direction was simple. You moved toward what interested you, toward what felt alive. You did not need permission to feel excited or curious. You trusted those signals even if you did not fully understand them. Over time, that trust slowly weakened. Not because you failed, but because the world taught you to doubt yourself, to question your instincts, to replace inner signals with external approval. And so, without realizing it, you learned to listen outward instead of inward. You learned how to perform stability, even when something inside felt restless. You learned how to keep going without asking where you were actually going. The strange part is this: you can be successful and still feel lost. You can be busy and still feel disconnected. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone in your own thoughts. Feeling lost does not mean you are broken. It means your inner compass has been quiet for too long. That compass does not shout. It does not demand attention. It speaks softly through discomfort, boredom, curiosity, and subtle longing. And when it is ignored long enough, it fades into the background. But it never disappears completely. There comes a point where life slows you down. Not to punish you, but to create space. Space to notice what you have been avoiding. Space to feel what you kept postponing. This is often where people panic. They rush to find answers, new plans, new goals, new identities, anything to escape the uncertainty. But direction does not come from rushing forward. It comes from standing still long enough to listen. You do not find your direction by copying someone else's path. You find it by paying attention to what consistently pulls at you, what makes you feel present, what feels honest even when it feels uncomfortable. Trust is not built through grand decisions. It is built through small acts of alignment. Keeping small promises to yourself. Taking one step that feels true, even if it is not impressive. Direction is not something you discover once and keep forever. It is something you renew again and again through awareness. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing because things feel unclear. You are simply being invited back into yourself. The moment you stop fighting the feeling of being lost, it transforms into something else. Curiosity, openness, a quiet readiness to move differently. You do not need to become someone new. You need to return to what you already know, but stopped trusting. And that trust does not arrive all at once. It grows slowly through attention, patience, and honesty. Through listening, even when the answers are incomplete. Direction begins the moment you stop running from yourself. And from there, one honest step is enough.